Making music for a child's heart, body, and mind.
Children, once again, we are here together on this platform. I hope you are staying safe. How are you doing? Remember, I still love you. Okay, today we are here together to take a very interesting topic, and it's on our national value. Remember, I remember last week I'm sure you were celebrating while you were looking at those delicious meals we have in our locality. I hope you started eating them. I remember I told you, tell mom what you want to have as your dinner, and I hope you did it. So today we're looking at food safety. All those delicious food you saw in the pictures and you started eating them, there has to be good ones, not just any food. So you're looking at food safety. Take it after me. Say food safety. And before we talk about it, what is safety? Safety means to be free from harm or danger. You can say it means being free from harm or danger. And food safety means making sure that the food we are taking, the food you and I eat, is not harmful to the body. Just because we're eating food, we have sickness. That means the food is not safe. So to ensure the food we are eating do not harm us or hurt us, that's what we're looking at today. All right, here we go. Some food that we eat that are spoiled, they can cause a lot of damages to the body. And that's what we say, spoiled food can cause so many things. And some of them include, we have constipation. Has it happened to you before that after eating food, maybe you love the food, you ate it, and after eating the food, your stomach is just like kind of big, you're no longer hungry soon, and you're just like that. That's a sign of constipation. The food doesn't really digest in the body faster, like what it should be. We also have vomiting. I know, do you remember the last time you vomited? What happened? Maybe you took something that wasn't good for the body, so it will lead to vomiting, throwing up. Some people say, "Oh, I'll vomit, I throw up." Another one that spoiled food can cause is stooling. You say the person is purging, going to toilet. Before you know, the person goes again. Before you know, the person goes again, and that's stooling, bringing it out, and it weakens the person. You also have dysentery, and this dysentery has to do with the person is stooling as he's purging. There are some blood stain in the stool. As the person is passing out the feces, there are some blood stain in it, and that one is not just stooling, as you may say. Such a thing is called dysentery. Some are really caused by spoiled food that we may eat unknowingly, not knowing that it can cause such a thing. We also have diarrhea. Diarrhea, this one has to do, the person is vomiting, stooling. As he's going to the toilet, at the same time, he's also vomiting. He's also, oh, after vomiting, we say, I want to push. I want to go to the loo. I want to visit the toilet. And it makes the person so weak. It dehydrates and makes the person to look feeble. And another one that spoiled food can cause is typhoid. This one, they just always say, oh, high fever. The person is very hot, and it's not really good for the body. And the last one we are talking, not the least, is it can lead to death. So if some of these things are not taken well managed properly when it happens, that's why if you notice that you take something that is not good for your body, or mom say don't take it, it will not be nice for you, but you don't hurry to take it. Some of these things we may say spoiled food, they may cause like eating uncooked food. The food is not done. Oh, I want to eat, I want to eat. Like some of children, when they see Indomie, they start chewing it raw. They don't wait for it to be cooked properly. Or they see banana in the house, for instance, they want to eat. Mom, give it to me. Mom might say, it's not properly ripe. And they hurry and eat it. It's not good for the body. It can cause one of those. And all overripe food, vegetables. It could even be mango. This is the season that is overripe, very soft. You don't need to eat those things when they are overripe. It's not healthy. Okay, so we just take a look at some of the examples. We've talked about it. Let's look at some of the pictures of this thing we are talking about. Now we have to see this beautiful lady, girl of mine, vomiting. That's vomiting. And another one, you can see This one is Tuli. Ooh, what do you think? It's a nice salt. Another one that is cholera, which I told you. The guy is already too weak because he's been purging, he's been stooling, and he's been vomiting and remains so weak as you can see him. And this other one you can see is dysentery. What I said, dysentery. You see, he's stooling, but he's not like the other guy that is there. This one is pouring out blood. So this one is beyond stooling. It's dysentery. That's the ailment which can lead to death if not properly managed. So sweetheart, let us look at how to ensure these food are well prepared so that we don't hurt ourselves. That's what we call ways to ensure food safety. And here we go. Before you ensure the food is, don't just get any food and start eating them. Outside saying we pray, it's good to pray, but ensure that there are safety measures being put in place to avoid harming ourselves. And here we look at read food labels and check expiry date. Some of these food we have like happy hour, some common fruit drinks we have. Some of them are expired. And if you are not educated, you are not well trained on this, you will not need your, oh, let me go buy and eat gala. Get it there. You don't know it has expired. It's not healthy. So remember that whenever you buy something, try to check the label to know if it is good or if it has expired. And remember today, observe signs of food spoilage such as offensive odor. Sometimes you just get some bread. If you have a bread, for instance, the bread stays on the heart for 3, 4, 5 days. What do you think? What you may call the scent, the odor of the bread will not be that pleasant as it was before. To start smelling so harsh, offensive. So that means that bread has gone bad. It's no longer good. Don't just say, okay. We also have unpleasant taste. The normal food you ate, you know how it tastes. For instance, you prepare your egg scrambled an egg for yourself, and the egg is good. And maybe after making the egg sauce, you notice that the taste is not what you want. It's tasting somehow. Maybe the egg has gone bad and you didn't know, you scrambled it together. So it's bad. Don't just say, oh, after us already, mom has put something, I can't throw it away. It looks so nice to the eyes. That is not healthy for us. So we need to avoid such food. And mold. Look at this one. It's mostly found on bread. You see it growing, like some are greenish in color, some might be whitish. If a bake a bar is kept for days, you see those things growing on it like haze, like cotton wool, just like that on the bone. Don't try to. Some people were like, no, after it's my bread, it's not bad. They just scrape out the part. It's bad. So you don't need to do that. So once you see such, you don't even think of removing the outer part to eat it. No. Once there's mold on the bread, it has entered the entire body. So avoid such food for your health. We also have another one like wash hands before and after preparing food. Remember, we say just before you start preparing something, always wash your hand. And this time is singing all over the world. Wash your hand once you wake up. Wash your hand as you're stepping out. Wash your hand as you come in. Wash your hand before you prepare the meal. And remember, if someone is preparing in the kitchen, the same knife used in cutting the raw meat, it shouldn't be used in cutting bread for you to eat because it's not right. It's wrong. So you should always put your hand, washing them properly, often. And also, wash fruit and vegetable before eating them. We had a demonstration in school. Do you remember that? When we said disinfect them. And you think of using some salt. If it is like vegetable, like carrot, you want to wash them. Fruit, mango, you want to eat them. You will disinfect them. Wash them properly under running water before you eat them. Okay. Don't always forget that you need to buy food from the right source. Not everywhere we buy food. Some people, I remember the time you were just crying that the food was bought from a vendor outside. You don't just buy food from anywhere. There are some places that you see that is not clean. You don't just buy food from the right source. That's why we say once you even buy them, please check the expiry date and the label to ensure it's not either fake or it has expired and you are checking them. Okay, and another one we have to cook to ensure that the food is safe for our eating that won't harm us. We also need to put this in place to cook food properly. before eating. I said some children will just cry, Mommy, I want to eat it. I'm hungry. I can't wait for this meal. And mom said, it's not done. The child is crying. It could be banana. I want to eat it. It's not well ripe. I want to eat it. That's not healthy. It can lead to any of those things which I showed you before: constipation, diarrhea, dysentery, and all of that. So we cook food and ensure it's done. Never you try eating indomie when it is not cooked. Some children do that, or start taking those pies and lick them, or Maggi pack and start licking them because you think it's interesting. It's not good for health. Okay, do not eat rotten or unripe food. I've just mentioned it. We're talking about some children persuading parents to give them probably mango or fruit. I want to eat it. Mom said it's not. You say, I know it's right. You start eating it because you are hungry. That's not right. So this thing is not safe for our health. Okay, the last and not the least is we should cook and eat the food using the proper utensils, not just to pick any plate to eat or spoon. If your spoon or cutlery falls to the floor, please, if you pick it up, it has to be washed before using it again. Don't just say, I pick it and you blow it with the hair and you start using it. Or clean it on your skirt, or use your shirt and you just believe, oh, after all, it's our floor is clean. It's not about that. So let's use proper things to eat the food. Clean plate, clean spoon, clean fork, and all of that. So let's look at some of the pictures. Here we go to see some of the pictures of how to put this thing in good order. So you can see this friend of mine is checking the expiry date as he's buying. He want to check if prior to the manufacturer script says this particular product will expire by 2020, and this is 2020. By October and by December you're going to buy it. They might make it cheaper, and the person just buy it without looking at it is to endanger the health. But that won't happen to us. You can see my beloved friend washing the food properly, the way we said, under the running tap. Probably might have added some salt to disinfect it properly and then rinse it out. Okay, we further look at this other one, which is washing hands. Wash hand before and after eating, not just to wash. Remember, we have those 5 steps of how to wash hand. Scrub in between the fingers properly. Scrub the wrist, and all of that. Ensure you scrub properly, and that will make your hand well washed, not just to go on the tap, put the fingers on your hand, and you say it's washed. Okay, so this other one, as we call it a day, please don't forget that our topic for today is on safety of food, and we say is to make sure that the food we eat is safe, not harming us. And we mentioned that taking wrong food, spoiled food, can cause so many things. Can you tell me some of them? Vomiting, stooling, diarrhea, constipation, dysentery, and you can list to that. And we'll also talk about how to ensure the food we eat are safe. Talking about to always remember to check expiry date of the food, and also to wash the hands properly, and also to eat food with the right utensils, and also not to forget washing your fruit properly before eating, and not to forget, importantly, not to eat uncooked food or undone food. Unripe fruits, you should not eat them, that they are not healthy. All right, beloved, as we are going for today, just to meet again next week, don't forget to ensure you do this and visit your portal for your assignment. Neatly do them and let's have them. Just goodbye for now. I love you.